Last October, horror fans forked over $180 million for sequels that still couldn't crawl past 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. Meanwhile, 5 micro-budget nightmares, some shot for less than a Blumhouse sandwich budget, were quietly scaring the hell out of festival crowds. If you only know the big names, you missed the sharpest teeth of the year. Stick around. These are the 2025 indie titles that will actually keep you awake tonight. Starting with No. 5. Repo. You ever wake up in a cold sweat because you missed a payment? REPO makes repo men look like fast food workers, armed with nothing but their bolt cutters and magic lamps. 2 agents burst into cursed houses to seize haunted antiques before midnight, which may sound silly until a ghost snaps your steering wheel in half. A tense arcade of close calls, clever physics, and jump scares that always seem to come from nowhere. But there's a twist. Each collectible warps your body, making arms longer or eyes droop lower until you can barely see the alarm timer. Alone, these items might not be much, but collecting multiple is a gamble you can't afford. As your form distorts, the level shifts to punish you, forcing you to ask your partner, "Do I look okay?" Between screams, a solo dev crowdfunded repo on a Tuesday and was profitable by Friday. All because TikTok couldn't stop replaying grown men screaming at a flying mantle clock. Their pitch was simple. Clough beat 'em up meets Home Alone. It just happened to be profitable. So write it off as another Steam cop fad, and you've already lost the best reason to own a mic. No. 4. Look outside. After years of starvation, Hunger Games, going hungry is a fresh angle, right? Well, yes, if you like getting chunky, Look Outside starts like a cozy city builder. You gather wood, build a campfire, eat protein-rich berries, then sit down for a good long look outside. Since your cabin faces an idyllic forest, everything seems fine. Until the trees develop spidery limbs, the leaves drip black goo, and a squirrel drops in your lap, sizzling. Then you realize you didn't feed the bird-eating plant, and now its roots are strangling your door. Time to check outside again. Soon the mountain path looks suspiciously juicy. The well overflows with crimson water, and your pets are trying to tear down the shutters. Don't let them. The longer you hide, the bigger your sanity meter shrinks, and when it hits 0, the game floods your PC with glitches. It's a Lovecraftian pixel art horror whose sights are set far above the cute. A forum warrior named Pudding Ninja bragged about beating the loop in 19 nights. But the true ending demands you stare at your shoes for a full lunar cycle. Only 0.3% of owners have the achievement to prove it. Look Outside is the anti-horror game. The less you do, the closer you get to salvation. Good luck streaming that without chat revolting. No. 3. Beyond Hanwell. Forget holding your hand. Beyond Hanwell cuts off your whole arm. Oh, that's your arm. It's been growing out of your shoulder the whole time. You'll find many disturbing sights in this maze of derelict London boroughs. But your body horror is the biggest threat. It's the worst kept secret that the tube system is infested with ghosts. But the game scraps the HUD. Your stamina is the ragged breath coming from the DualSense controller speaker, and your health is the color bleeding out of the screen. The map is wide open. Walk from abandoned tube tunnels to crumbling council estates without a single loading icon. This is how post-Brexit Britain should feel. Hollowed out and suffocating. Every garbage bag and busted prom is photogrammetry scanned from derelict streets, so the place feels like a nightmare you swear you've had. Critics complained that exploration is aimless, but that's the point. No one's coming to guide you. No safe room piano kicks in. No waypoint tells you where to cower. You just exist in the decay until you decide to escape, or don't. Number 2. Karma. The Dark World. When David Lynch directs a video game, he doesn't just tap into your deepest fears, he summons M to testify against you. In court, karma traps you inside, looping memories that reskin themselves based on the guilt you confess in questionnaires breaks. Did you cheat? Did you kill a spider? Admit it. Okay. Next loop covers every wall in childhood wallpaper and the monster's mouth your mother's disappointed voicemail. Is that a butterfly or a bruise? Who cares? The studio name drops Jung and Korean shamanism, but the scares are simpler. You're writing your own punishments in real time. One puzzle forces you to delete actual save files to move forward. It's a mechanic that sparked Reddit wars over consensual data loss, but the true ending comes when you finally face what you deleted. It's the virtual equivalent of a priestess reading your diary. The horror lives on your hard drive long after you quit. How do you speedrun self-forgiveness? And our top spot, The Devil's Candy, reissue. Do you remember your first love? Maybe you shouldn't. Sometimes a movie is best left forgotten, a time capsule better left buried. But the 2025 4K reissue of The Devil's Candy slipped onto Shudder with zero marketing and became the service's most watched hidden gem in a week. It's the story of an artist plagued by visions of children being mutilated, so his satanic landlord paints him out a deal to make him famous. Then the freaky kid from the portrait starts stalking him. The plot isn't exactly inventive, but the new scan reveals background canvases you never noticed, each foreshadowing the next kill. Plus, director Sean Byrne slipped in a 3-minute stinger that only triggers if you binge the film twice in 24 hours. A cruel trick already fueling Discord watch parties. Seen it before, you haven't seen this version. New to it, you get a rare heavy metal possession flick that treats parenting as scary as the devil. Either way, it's proof that new sometimes just means new to you. Now, let's rewind. Why do we fall in love with terrifying movies? For some of us, it's comfort. We like knowing that whatever lurks in the shadows can't hurt us. For others, it's control. Like testing a haunted house on a dare, we bask in the terror, then scream at the screen because it can't hurt us. But none of us were prepared for 2025, a year that saw horror get personal. How many times have you stared at your phone and felt something crawl up your spine? Is it a notification or a premonition? Have you ever checked an email you knew you shouldn't? Was that sound your boss or your doom? 2025 gave voice to the monsters in our midst. From AI glitches to IRL stalkers, the line between life and living nightmare blurred, which is why you clicked this video. You know the studio's films bite harder than they bark, so we scoured the web to find the one indie horror you need to watch tonight. But you won't sleep anyways. Your turn. Which micro-budget nightmare did we miss? Drop your 2025 discovery below and convince us we might feature it next. While you're typing, smash like so the algorithm stops feeding you trailers nobody asked for. And hey, if you watch any of these tonight, maybe leave the lights on. Your power bill's still cheaper than a theme park haunted house.